Hi, I'm Charlene Collins Freeman. Welcome to my workshop on creating your own Backyard Chronicles. Feel free to use whichever supplies you prefer working with. I love working with watercolor and ink, and I want to show you my setup. I create quite a few of the pages in my Backyard Chronicles from photographs I take, samples I bring in, and research I do inside my studio. But often I go outside to sketch, as I did to paint this page of the nasturtium growing in our backyard, or this collection of sketches of our common hawthorn. Let me show you my travel kit. This is a kit I use whether I'm traveling far from home or just into my backyard. First of all, my case is an etcher case, and I'm still always looking for the perfect case, but this one comes pretty close. Etcher makes several different types of cases. This one here is their field case. Inside I carry a plastic bottle for water and a plastic spray bottle, a mechanical pencil, a mono zero eraser, eraser refills. I also carry a refill for my platinum desk pen. I love this pen. It's pretty cheap and the refills last a long time. This ink is waterproof, so I draw with this pen and then I can just paint with my watercolors right over it, and the ink doesn't bleed into it. You can also use micron pens if you prefer, but I really love the nib on this pen. I have various other pens, some with waterproof ink and some with water-soluble ink, a regular eraser, and this is a magic compressed towel. I really enjoy using these in the field. I will use them by applying water. You open them up and they turn into towels. So I use this to keep my brushes clean. You can find them in lots of places, and I know that Amazon now carries them as well. And they're super durable. I've used these on trips where this was the only towel I used for a month and I was painting every single day, and they held up great. In my studio, I just use old cut-up t-shirts as my towels. They're soft on the brushes. I use a bulldog clip to clip pages down if they have the tendency to keep curling. And then when I'm traveling or I'm going out, I use these travel brushes. These particular brushes are Da Vinci brand, and they're a little bit on the pricier side. They come in many sizes, but you can find more inexpensive versions of these as well. Basically, you're looking for brushes where the bristles are covered by a tip or a cap to keep them protected. They can easily get damaged if you just throw regular brushes into your kit. I also carry a clear 6-inch ruler in my kit, and I like it because it allows me to make straight lines for text if I need the extra help, or to measure the height of different fonts I'm using. For my palette in my travel case, I carry a really small palette. I absolutely love this small metal palette. It is created and available at arttoolkit.com, and it comes with different metal wells that you can fill up with your own paints. If not, you can get a regular metal palette, and these come in a variety of sizes and prices. You can buy these pre-filled with paints or with empty wells, which you can fill up yourself with your favorite paints. So this is my travel sketchbook kit. I use it for traveling, whether I'm just leaving the house for an hour or also for traveling around the world. And I definitely take it out when I want to sketch nature from life. However, a lot of the Backyard Chronicle pages are not done with me sitting in my backyard, but rather I take photos, I take samples, and then I come indoors and do my research and layout in my studio. So in my studio, I tend to use different supplies than what's in my kit. I might use these ceramic palettes to fill up specific colors and mixes, or this type of a palette. All my paints are the same, whether it's in my travel kit or in my home studio. I use Daniel Smith watercolor paints. These 9 colors are a staple for me. They create a neutral primary, a cool primary, and a warm primary set. With these 9 colors, I can really mix anything I need. However, I still have a ton of other colors that I often include because I love my watercolor paints. You don't have to use these colors. Please feel free to use whatever brand and colors you prefer. I'm including this information only because I get a lot of questions about which colors I'm using. In my home studio, I tend to use these types of regular brushes instead of the travel brushes. I have a wide variety of brushes, but by far my favorites are the Black Gold 311 round brushes and the Princeton Heritage Series 4050 round brushes. As far as which sketchbook to get, that will be largely dictated by what medium you choose to work in and what size you prefer to work in. For my Backyard Chronicles, since I'm working with watercolor, I've chosen this Watercolor Sketchbook by Moleskine. It's approximately 8.5 by 11 3/4. This size allows me to capture a lot of information on each spread. Some of the other brands I really like working with for watercolors include this Stillman and Burns sketchbook, and this one is also really nice. I like the hardcover more than the soft cover. They just hold up better over time. You can also look at handmade books. There are a ton of these available on Etsy with particularly watercolor paper included inside them. And one of my more recent favorites is the Pentalic Aqua Journal. Really fabulous watercolor paper inside these. All of these supplies are listed on my website. When you visit my website, you'll find a page titled Art Supplies. When you click on that page, you'll be taken to all my favorite supplies by different categories. You'll find a list including my favorite art books, my favorite drawing supplies, my favorite sketchbook supplies, etc. If you click on my favorite sketchbook supplies, you'll see a list of everything I've mentioned in this video. And most items include a link where you can go directly to purchase these items. Please keep in mind that these are my favorites, and every artist has her own favorites. By experimenting with the variety of art supplies, you'll soon discover what your favorite supplies are. I hope you found this video informative, and as always, thanks for joining me.